After making lots of contacts, we decided to plant Ch15, meeting on Saturdays at 5 o'clock in the local community centre. Why? We simply didn't feel that a course was going to work for the people that we'd met and wouldn't be a good fit for our context. So what did we do when we gathered at church at 5? We kept it short and sweet, within 45 minutes maximum. We would have a welcome song using the Big Family of God. It's a great action song. We'd then have a moment of thanksgiving called Wow God, when people would be invited to say things they're thankful for, and then we all say together, Wow God. That section was led by a child. We'd then move into a moment of lament, which was led by another member of the team, where we're just acknowledging before God that which is hurting us or our community or the world. And we would make that physical as well, to have a relevant image on the screen. And then everyone had a stone and they'll place that into a bowl of water, just a kind of way to ritualize and embody our lament. We'd then break for snacks, which would be healthy snacks as well as those nice sweet treats, and just again have some chance to have fellowship and get to know one another. We'd then come back to part 2, which would probably be called Service of the Word, where we would someone would read a Bible passage from an accessible translation. We would then show an animation of that passage if possible, and then would pick one question for people to reflect on that passage. And we found that we would stick with one passage for 4 weeks so that we could create depth and people could really go deep into it. Or if it only came that once a month, they weren't going to come back next month and find that we've moved on massively and done 5 or 6 different passages by then. There'll be an opportunity for response, which might be listening to a song. We've done Holy Communion before, once a month, or praying. And we would always do the Lord's Prayer again with actions. We would end with a song, and we'll pick one song for 4 weeks because it's often a new song. People aren't familiar with Christian songs. And so this was one way again of building up confidence, understanding and familiarity. And then we end by packing up together. That was part of our act of worship. When we talk about that, being part of a church is also, mucking all in together. So we'd all pack up together. And when that was finished, whoever was left, we would have a final prayer. A key component we found of all this was that the members of the team, the core team, were people who were on the spectrum of faith, but they were not our regular Sunday members. There were people from the community who had a candle of faith, but felt conventional church wasn't working for them. So by having a core team made of the people you're seeking to reach, you can ensure that if it works for your core team, it's going to work for their friends, it's going to work for their families, it's going to work for the wider community. And I found that has been really refreshing, energizing, challenging, but has been exciting to see people grow in their faith and in their confidence. Thank you.